Got the bottle. I should go ahead and mute that before it blows our eardrums out. Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
Randy. I am back. I've been on the road nonstop basically for 3 weeks.
So you haven't been off the shows, so...
I'm back home.
Oh, gotcha.
Like from work travel.
Because...
So like 3 weeks ago, I was going Monday through Thursday. It was supposed to be Friday. I got back Thursday night. And then the following week was the Lake Erie fishing trip.
Yep.
Which we haven't talked about how that went.
We did not.
So
we'll talk about that.
Yeah, that was good. We'll talk
some
it.
fishing.
And then, you become a fisherman.
I'm back into it. Yeah.
So, and then last week I was up north for work again. So I'm happy to be here in the presence of your smiling face.
There you go.
That was a Kodak moment.
I give you a smile. Yeah.
So what's up with you? Because we haven't seen each other for 2 weeks.
Not really. I mean, I've been fishing now since August or end of July, something like that. I decided I was going to get back into some of the things that I used to do as a kid that I haven't done in forever. So fishing. Never really went hunting myself, but went hunting with my dad. So now I picked up archery and fucking with a crossbow, which feels kind of medieval.
Yeah. There's something about a crossbow.
It's like shooting a gun, but shooting an arrow.
Yeah, way quieter, no recoil.
No.
It was weird for me the first time I shot mine.
Well, it wasn't for me because I'm used to shooting rifles and stuff.
But that's my thing. I shoot rifles and shotguns.
Yeah. So I usually shoot handguns. So for me, it was...
I was anticipating... I didn't jerk the crossbow. I was pretty accurate with it right off the bat. But I was anticipating something just because of... I mainly hunt small game with a shotgun. So I'm used to the kick.
Yeah.
I'm used to the boom. So, yeah, the crossbow took a second just to get used to not expecting...
Yeah, the anticipation of pulling that trigger.
Right.
Yeah. But there's still the don't anticipate.
Yeah.
Because you will jerk...
Oh, absolutely.
You will jerk
it way off target.
Yeah, way off target. And then it just goes in someone's face.
Yeah, you do not want to jerk it off.
No.
Because you'll miss what you're aiming for.
Yeah, and, well, Pukaki. Right, you don't want to put an arrow in someone's eye. Orbital socket. That would suck.
That would suck.
Yeah, so I think it's time for me to buy a new crossbow. I haven't even shot a deer yet. And I'm ready to pick up something. Like, my crossbow only covers like 330 feet per second. Not bad, but at 30 yards, I couldn't hit a target unless I was aiming like 10 feet in the air for it to drop.
Yeah, you got to do some Robin Hood arcing the arrow.
Yeah, you think 330 feet is fast until you start reading guys that are dialing in 30 and 40 yards with 430, 460 foot, which would be a lot better for me for where I'm trying, because I'm trying to hunt in my backyard, which is all open.
Yeah.
Minus where I'm trying to bait the deer into right by my pond, which is overgrown, and I can kind of hide in or behind the pond and just kind of step out and like a ninja. And then track it down.
I like those compact crossbows.
I was looking at those too, but the problem is like
they're stupid expensive.
All crossbows are expensive. It doesn't matter.
They are.
Like, I bought mine super cheap off of somebody for $75. Cool. As a beginner crossbow, great. But when it comes to some of these other ones, because I want something it's about 430 to 460 feet. Barnett makes supposedly a great crossbow. There's another one that I think is like Ravage or something like that. Revenger. I can't remember exactly what the name is. But they supposedly make a great crossbow as well, but they're $500-$600.
Yeah.
Well, I also intend on buying a compound bow for the same, because bow hunting is, you can go crossbow or you can go with, a full on, you can go compound, stick, longbow, recurve.
Atlatl.
Whatever. Acute.
Spear.
I don't know if you can go spear? Would you want to go spear?
No. But I don't see why you wouldn't be
harpoon with a rope.
Sunday whaling.
Yeah.
With a rope, so it takes off. You're just holding on by getting dragged through the woods.
Just hold on to it, but yeah. So a lot more fishing. Went fishing Friday, so I've been taking Fridays off, and I think I've got enough time now that I can take off every Friday till the end of the year, plus a week of Christmas.
Nice.
So I have a shitload of time that I need to take. And I usually end up like this at the end of the year anyway, where I have all this time
because you don't take it all year.
Because I only take it. Yeah, I don't take any time off. I take a week off for like summer vacation, and then I might take Lexi's birthday off, and then depending where my birthday falls, I may take that day or the week. But I always end up with a shitload of time at the end of the year. So went fishing Friday, and it's a very sad story. Well, sad for me. It's not sad for anybody else. I made my own fishing lure out of a couple fishing lures. So I had like all these extra parts laying around. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to make something very pretty. So I used a black spinner bait and the rig for that. And then I attached a silver blade to the middle of the post. And I attached a copper blade to the end with some beads, just so they make noise as
you
the
put
things.
Beads on your end?
Yeah, I had to.
Nice.
Makes it longer.
Works for me. Yeah. You can take your beads and put them wherever you want them.
I did. So I decided Friday, I'm like, I made this. I haven't used it yet. I tied it onto the line, got it nice and tight. Cast it out. I cast right over a log.
Nice.
Okay. Like perfect spot. Like just right in the water, right over this log. The minute that this lure hit the water, bass jumps out and grabs it. Like
nice.
Hits water, bass grabs it. I pull back, bass goes under the fucking log. Oh. Now, it wasn't like some huge like 5-pound bass. It was probably like maybe 1.5 pound, 2 pound bass. So fairly large. We think he went under the log and snapped the line. Either way, the bass snapped the line and took my homemade lure with him.
He's going to have a hard time pooping that one out.
You know what? We've tried to fish. We were like casting back over there. Like I was frantically trying to get another lure on my line, and my buddy was casting over in that spot. I'm like, you catch that motherfucker. I want my lure back.
That sucks.
We never got another bite.
That's rough.
For the next 3 hours that we were on the lake. Not even nibbles.
No, because he was like, hey, y'all.
That's what I said.
I got him. Don't take anything else.
I was like, that fish is out there, on the Fishy Network telling all the other basses not to.
He got on Fishbook.
Yeah.
Made a post about it.
He was on Fisher. In Fishtagram.
Fishtagram.
He posted a picture of himself with a big old jig hanging out of his mouth.
Some new jewelry, new lip ring.
Just like, I got this piercing. Check his shit out, boys. The ladies are going to love this.
Yeah, and then everything else you guys cast in was pretty, so nobody wanted it.
Oh, no, I had another
He's an
spinner.
influencer.
I had another spinner that was just like that one, but it wasn't dual blade and didn't have the copper blade on it, so I started using that. Fucking nothing.
That's terrible.
I was so mad.
That's terrible. Our fishing trip was kind of interesting. So we go up there the night before. We all meet at the hotel roughly around the same time we all get there. We didn't roll up together. And there's 11 of us total.
Yeah.
So all of us are there except for like 3. It's about dinner time. And the guy that...
Actually, I think we did talk about this.
Oh, did we?
I think so.
About...
Because you guys were... your target was like 300 fish.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you only got like 100.
Did we talk about it on the show or just you and I?
I think we talked about it on the show because Liz was sitting over there.
You know what? We probably did.
I think we did. Well, you can tell it again. I don't care.
Nah. I don't need to rehash it.
Okay.
We didn't get a lot of fish. I think because I said we each came home with about enough for a sandwich.
Yeah. I think we did it on the show.
I really enjoyed it.
That's
I'd like
great.
to fish more, but
so that's where I'm
also not like.
So at this point, I'm invested.
Yeah.
I've got 5 reels and rods. I got 6 rods and 5 reels, which most of those are from when I was a kid. So they're all my dad's. Then I bought a new one, a new bait caster on a rod. And then I have been purchasing lures and bait and hooks and all this other shit. And I cleaned out my dad's old tackle box. And I've been compartmentalizing.
Reorganizing.
I've been reorganizing the compartments.
Restructuring.
Yeah, so I cleaned everything out. So I've been using that that's my tackle box now. And I usually take a spinner rod with me and a bait caster rod. So I'll carry both with me when I go fishing.
Nice.
So I look like I know what I'm doing.
Next thing I know, you're going to have those things on the front of the old Toyota out there where you can put the rods in.
I might.
Have the hook.
I was actually
sticker on the back window real big, the HUK.
Oh, no, I won't be doing that. Huck.
I asked this guy, that was
it's Huck.
Site supervisor, and a huge fisherman. I mean, the dude had a giant, massive, bass boat or whatever, always talking about fishing and doing these outdoor shows, and his buddy owns this fishing, whatever. And I went to Rural King after the job site one day, and I saw this fishing gear, and it had that hook. It said HUK. My boy's name's Huck, HUCK. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I should get one of those and just wear it. I don't know why. And I was like, I ain't going to spend money. I don't know what it is, And I asked him the next day. He's like, it's pronounced hook. I was like, then why didn't they just spell it with 2 O's? Don't be all condescending to me because they spelled it Huck.
It's because, they're clever.
They're fancy.
I call them Huck.
I saw a meme that was talking about with the way the post office is going, it's only a matter of time before some stupid millennial makes a new mail service and calls it letter, and they spelled it LETR.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And I was like, that actually sounds like something that would.
That sounds like something that will actually work.
Makes sense, yeah.
Other than U.S. Postal Service.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm really enjoying the fishing. I'm going to actually try to go fishing later today.
Nice.
After I go look at a man's wood.
Yeah.
So I'm making a coffee table. I'm making a live edge coffee table. A friend of mine, that's what he does, on the side. He gets these slabs of wood, cherry, walnut, black walnut, and he makes live edge tables, and then sells them for an exuberant amount of money.
Yeah,
like $700 to $1,200 per. So I asked him, I'm fairly competent in woodworking. I'm not like
Ron
the man.
Swanson.
Yeah, but. I can make a table, I can sand, I can lacquer.
You can nail some man's wood.
Yeah, I can screw stuff in.
Yeah.
So I asked him about it, and he's like, just come down. He goes, we'll just pick out a piece of wood. I don't know what it's going to cost me. I don't know if he's going to charge me. I'm going to pay him something for the wood. And,
right.
He's going to teach me a couple things, like how to do a bow tie joint.
Yeah, those are cool.
Because those are cool as hell.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how to do that other than draw a bow tie and a piece of wood and then cut it out with a jigsaw and then do the same thing.
Puzzle piece, kind of put it together.
Slam it in there and
I don't have a clue.
Glue and screw.
I like all those. I like the furniture, the houses that are built with no nails or screws. The old kind of cabin style.
Yeah.
All different.
Like Lincoln logs.
All different. Yeah. I love Lincoln logs.
Well, you can buy kits like that now. You can buy, so Amazon has...
Lincoln logs?
No, they have these house kits where there's no,
no hardware?
They're slat together.
Yeah.
And then you can put in some glue or silicone to seal the joints.
Yeah.
And just, because I'm trying to convince Liz that that's what we should get to put out when we get our pool put in.
Yeah, there you go.
Behind so you can get like a 700 square foot tiny home and put that in as a pool house. And some of them have 2 rooms in them.
Yeah.
Some of them have 2 rooms and a bathroom. And I've seen one that had like a loft and one that had an upstairs.
Nice.
So I'm just like, yeah. But they're like 40 to 120,000.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, you do that and I'll move in.
No.
I'll pay you $100 a month rent.
No. Nope.
It's easy income.
No.
It's a great idea.
It's
just imagine every morning the sun's just starting to come up. You've got your coffee made,
and I see the moon.
It's a morning. It's a morning like today where it's a little chilly out, and you go out on the deck just to meditate, get your day started right, and then I come busting out the front door in my open fly underwear. Howdy, neighbor. how the hell you doing this
and
morning?
Judd pokes you in the right testicle.
Right in Judd comes out, just bing, flicks me right in the nut.
Ugh, God, that would be awful. Never mind. I'm not buying this house thing anymore.
Now you're really moving to Florida.
I'm out. I'm pushing hard now for Texas.
For Texas?
Texas or the Carolinas.
I could do Carolinas easier than I could do Texas.
I mean, I've been to Texas. I've been to Houston. It was nice. Traffic wasn't terrible. The cops are kind of dicks though. Like they drive undercover. Well, when I was down there in the late 90s, they were driving these murdered out Camaros. They're fucking chase cars.
Yeah.
But they all drove murdered out Camaros. There wasn't a Crown Vic or the Chevy Caprice to be found. They were all trucks and murdered out Camaros.
Yeah, I mean, you're in Texas. That's a big state.
Well, I also found out the other day, I don't know if I mentioned this, Texas, when they receded from Mexico and joined the U.S., Texas, I think, has their own constitution separate from the U.S.'s, as a whole. It's the only state that can fly their flag at the same height as the American flag. So every other state flies their flag below the American flag, but Texas flies theirs because they are their own sovereignty.
I feel like Texas is just a bro truck. Like the whole state is just compensating.
No, I don't think that's the case. I think that's more like South Carolina.
South Carolina. Nobody even thinks of them unless they think of Myrtle Beach.
I think they're compensating. Being down there and seeing some of the shit that I see when I'm in Myrtle Beach,
I'm sure some of the people are, but I'm in Texas as a state, a whole. No. We have our own constitution. Our flag flies higher than your state's flag.
Well,
they think they're the biggest state, but Alaska dwarfs them.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, by far.
Does it?
Yeah. I know, because I saw a meme about it.
That doesn't make it right.
No, but it really does.
Huh. I didn't know that. I'm not going to look it up.
I am.
You can look it up. I, on the other hand, got a new bottle.
You did. It's a nice looking bottle.
This is a beautiful bottle that I've been trying to track down for 2 years since I knew it was going to be done. And it was finally released in Ohio, so I didn't have to really track it down anymore. I just walked into a store and bought it. But this is a collaboration between a U.S. distillery and a Japanese distillery. And it's called Legent. And it's between Fred No from Jim Beam. Yeah, Fred No from Jim Beam. He is I think the great-great-grandson of Booker.
Okay.
And I'm going to butcher the shit out of this name. Shinji Fukuyo.
Fukuyo? Fukuyo.
Fukuyo. Fukuyo. I know I'm butchering it. I'm butchering both. Like
but I don't know any better.
So
I want to try and help you, but I would say the same thing.
It's fine. But he is the master blender as part of this, and Fred No was the distiller.
Well, he may be a master blender.
So,
but I'm a master debater.
Yes, you are. So this is a collaboration of Kentucky and Japan.
I love it.
Japanikaki.
Japanikaki. That sounds like a completely different subject that dude's probably more fit to speak on than us.
Kentuckapan?
Kentuckapan? Japtucky. That was amazing.
And you talked over it.
Well, you got to tell me.
I can't.
You got to say, shut up. I'm going to open this for the first time.
Shut up. I'm going to open this for the second time.
That's a good one.
Well, that might be a new bottle pop sound.
That's a good bottle pop. Baby bottle pop. Baby bottle pop. Oh. You lick the thing and stick it and taste it.
No.
Lick it again. Who thought that was a great jingle to put out for kids' candy?
Why would they put out a bottle for kids' candy?
It must have worked because here I am singing the jingle 20 years after it's been on TV. So it is stuck in my...
The girls are always asking for those things. I'm like, no.
Do they still make them?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen one of those.
I'm like, you can get a ring pop. I said, but you're not getting a bottle pop because you're not a baby. You want a baby? You want to be a baby? I'll go get a baby bottle.
If you like it, you can put a ring pop on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we ain't doing no What about the licking stick thing? Like the you get the candy, the white candy stick.
Oh, the Lick-A-Maids?
Yeah.
I don't think you can call them Lick-A-Maids anymore. I don't know. I think calling someone a maid may be derogatory at this point.
What do you call them?
Well, you can't call them a servant. You can't call them a maid.
I think it was just aid as in Kool-Aid.
Lick-A-Maid.
Lick-A-Maid? Again, that sounds highly inappropriate.
I'm almost certain that was Lick-A-Maid.
It could be.
And they had a picture of a maid on them.
That one you're going to look up.
That one I'm going to look up, yeah. The real facts about Alaska and Texas I don't care about, but Lick-A-Maid.
Speaking of which, Texas land area is 261,914 square miles. Alaska's 570,641. It's twice the size of Texas.
It is twice the size of Texas.
It's
all right.
huge.
So Fun Dip, it's Lick,
Fun Dip.
Lick, L-I-K.
I knew that part.
M-Aid, A-I-D. Lick-A-Maid. Lick-A-Maid.
Lick-Maid.
Lick-A-Maid.
Fun Dip. That's what I couldn't think
Fun
of.
Dip was the candy, but it was Fun Dip and Lick-A-Maid. They're the same thing. God, we go off on some weird shit.
I feel like that's a Kool-Aid versus Flavor Aid, though. Like, one of those is definitely the generic brand. I think Lick-A-Maid's the generic one.
No, I think they were the same. Like, I think, honest to God.
Just rebranded?
I think they're from the same company, and they're just rebranded.
They probably
Because, like,
are.
Fun Dip, like, I'm trying to find, like, I don't remember that one. I know I don't have it up on the TV so you can see it. Yeah, Fun Dip had, like, the, like, husky kid on it who was, you know.
The fatty.
Well, he's not really fat. He's just, his neck and his shoulders are about the same width. And
You're describing me 20 years ago, Martelle.
it's all in. But then another Fun Dip has like a boy and a girl, but they're both licking their face. Not each other's faces.
I think it's just called making out.
And I can't find a good Lick-A-Maid thing. So I think, maybe Lick-A-Maid became Fun Dip.
That's what I'm thinking happened. Because I remember Lick-A-Maid, but I haven't seen one of those.
Yeah, I haven't seen one of those in forever. I haven't seen Fun Dip either, but I don't look for candy. Like I
bet Cracker Barrel has all this.
I'm out of the candy game.
I'm not out of the candy game, but the novelty candies, it depends.
I haven't really had candy. I only eat candy
Zombie
around
Skittles. It's that time of year.
God damn it, no.
Oh, we're going to have to do another episode.
We may have to, but ugh.
Did you see?
You're the one who
Facebook.
No, so I do peruse Facebook. Like I've deleted the app off my phone, but I have another app that does a web view of it instead. Okay. And I don't really post on it anymore, and I'm not posting my Instagram shit because I'm just over Facebook.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But on there, I saw a picture of this kid. This little girl looked to be 4-ish years old.
Oh, I saw you posted that meme.
Oh yeah, just in tears because mom was making her eat zombie Skittles.
She didn't.
She kept asking for candy and didn't know they were zombie Skittles.
Yeah.
I posted the link to our episode because it went viral, and I was like, "Everybody listen to this." I'm sure nobody
No
did.
one's listened to it. I haven't, but I haven't checked.
I was
numbers.
like, "Yeah, we know about zombie Skittles."
Yeah. So, I've already nosed this, and I am super excited about just the nose on it.
I will say, while you were talking about Lick-A-Maid, I also nosed it.
Oh, okay.
And I was very pleasantly surprised.
So I picked up like hints of sour apple and like caramel apple, caramel and sour apple.
Yeah, good description.
Yeah,
it smells fruity.
It smells
in a very good way.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give it a go.
Yeah, I really like the fruitiness of the aroma, the aromatics.
Oh, that is different.
I'll say you had a very unique.
It's a very unique taste. So give it a try. I'm still picking up that sour apple right at the front, but then it goes more to. So we've had Nika on here.
Yes,
we reviewed Nika, and it has that Japanese finish. And I know that doesn't help anybody if you haven't had a Japanese whiskey, but Japanese whiskey finishes different than an American whiskey or bourbon. I
get the sweet fruit up front,
and
the spice on the back end.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
I love it.
That's the way that the Nika is. The Nika is more floral up front, but then has this
Yes, this is floral as well.
It has this kind of burn or a tingle or a spice, however you want to describe that.
On the back end.
On the back end. And it's
I like this.
absolutely amazing.
And this didn't really hit me in the back of the throat. This one's very up front. I don't want to say bold. I want to say this is confident, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It
knows what it is.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Fred and Shinji did a fantastic job.
This is beautiful.
I wish I could have gotten this 2 years ago.
How much does this cost?
It's like $35 or $40.
Shut up.
I swear to God. It's not crazy. Like,
dude,
this is a go out and buy it type of thing. Like it's
even better on the second sip.
I haven't had my second sip yet.
This one's landing right in the middle of my tongue. It's not really on the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. It's not hitting me in the back of the throat. It's just right there. That settles in nicely.
That sour apple, it comes through.
It's so good.
It absolutely comes through. This is, holy shit, that's amazing. Like, it's great. High praise.
Yeah, I just put a little teeny tiny bit of water in mine. I'm going to let it breathe a minute because we are
$34.99.
That's insane. And it's easily available.
Easily, I mean, so I'm pulling the map up for Ohio.
I mean, you bought two.
I bought two at Pit Stop. Oh my God!
Everywhere
in Ohio, everywhere.
I hope this doesn't become the next Blanton's.
If it is, I'm gonna. Well, it can't. There's no way.
I hope not.
Like, I'd shit a brick. I need on the TV remote there. Just hit the power button, or throw it to me, and I'll
power.
Yeah, you got to see this map. This map it's littered.
I hit the power button. Did it come on? Oh. It may not have. I may have failed in hitting. Hey, I see a light.
You failed.
I did fail. So I've got this now. I'm going to try it with a little bit of water, agua. And then instead of my fishing trip, oh yeah, it's all over the place.
It's everywhere. Like, it's
model places right here in Lancaster.
So you got, well, there's only two places in Lancaster.
Well,
so.
both places.
Both
I should
places.
Say.
Now
all
I was
over Columbus.
So it's limited stock at Pit Stop, but it says full stock at Giant Eagle. Now I was in Giant Eagle and I did not see this at Giant Eagle.
Huh.
And that was, so I bought this last Saturday.
Okay.
Friday.
Giant Eagle might have just got their shipment on Thursday or something.
They may have, but
a couple days ago.
It wasn't there because I just went in to see what they have. I don't shop at Giant Eagle's liquor store anymore because they don't have anything.
Yeah,
they legitimately only have the bullshit that you can get everywhere else.
Yeah,
they never get anything. So I'm now a Pit Stop shopper. I was trying to make a rhyme, couldn't come up with it.
Pit Stop bleep blop.
It was. This is so good. Like, this is so good that it makes me want to.
Try it with a little bit of water.
All right, I'll
just put a couple little drops in and let it breathe for a second. That is fantastic. It almost brings out like a pecan taste, like a pecan pie, candied nuts.
Ooh, candied nuts.
Yeah, candied nuts just hits you right on your tongue. I love this.
I like this. I really do. I don't know if so. I know I sent Dude a text over at Bourbon Hunters to ask him, if he had tried it yet or not. And at that time he had not. So I don't know if he has yet. But
well, if not, it's his loss.
He's severely missing out.
I still have it. He keeps wanting this bottle of Makers I have, and I just haven't been able to get to him because of work. But if he's sitting on this bottle, that's good.
Yeah. Oh my God,
it's so good.
I'm gonna have to go buy a couple more bottles.
I was gonna say, I feel like this is one you'd want to stock up on.
Like this is one I would just want to have because if this is one, I'll tell you what. If someone came over and they're like, oh, I really want to try it, I would let someone mix this.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel bad.
I wouldn't feel bad for letting someone mix this. The price is right.
Yeah, I mean for $35.
But if I could get them to maybe mix half of what they would typically mix in a Coke or ginger ale, then assholes are riding by. Party pants.
Party pants.
Bikers. For those who don't know, I have a...
Bicyclers.
I don't like those guys that wear all the spandex and their helmets and then they clog up the roads. I don't have anything against, mountain bikers or the casual rider. These guys aren't casual. These guys are assholes. Anyway, I wouldn't feel bad about letting somebody mix this, but I would encourage them not to mix as much. Go light. Go light on the mixing and enjoy the whiskey itself, or try to get them to try it first.
I was gonna say, I would say, let's do this. Take a sip with water, or pour it over a couple of ice cubicles and let it sit for just a few seconds to chill, and say, take a sip. They might enjoy it, but if not, they can mix it. And so, speaking of mixing, I've gotten mixed feelings about mixing, because if somebody came over with Coke Zero and wanted to mix Angel's Envy Rye with it,
if anybody came over to my house with Coke Zero, I wouldn't let them through the door.
I would have strong feelings about that. I would give them something else to mix.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't let them.
Seven Brothers Mesquite crap.
But with that, though, I would be interested in trying to do a whiskey and Coke with the Angel's Envy Rye, because it's in a rum barrel.
That would be very interesting.
So that would be interesting. So I'd be opposed to somebody else doing it, but I wouldn't be opposed to
here's what I was going to
trying it.
The guy that I said was working in Japan, he's now back to the States.
Did he get our
Wasn't able to. Nope. Wasn't able to.
I don't care anymore.
So I was like, I mean,
it's available everywhere in Japan.
No, he got some.
Why didn't he get us some?
He was limited on what he could bring back, space-wise.
Then he owes us samples.
That's fine. But anyway, he's like, yeah, I mix my scotch. He got into liking scotches, but he drinks them with Coke.
You know what? Mix all the scotch you want.
Well,
scotch
I told
sucks.
him, I said, I'm not a scotch guy. Martelle's not, we don't like scotch. There's one scotch I've had that's not bad. But I don't like scotch. But he's talking about how many people, he'll buy nice scotch and mix with Coke at his own house. And friends are berating him. And he goes, I'm going to drink what I like to drink because I paid for it. So I have mixed feelings on if somebody wants to mix a higher whiskey we like or bourbon, but if they buy it and they bring it,
that's all. Hey, have at it.
I'm at the point now where it's like, you know what? Enjoy it how you want to enjoy it. That's what it's for.
Right. And that's what I was going to say. If you're buying it, enjoy it however you want to enjoy it, but do not expect that you're going to come to my house and enjoy my whiskey mixed with something,
right?
Because I'm going to dictate what you're mixing,
right?
I'm not going to allow you.
If it's my collection, sure you can mix. Here's my Ancient Age. Here's Benchmark.
Here's Kentucky Tavern. Here's Beam 8 Star.
You can't even mix that, man.
No, you can. It just doesn't taste good, and it's going to keep them from mixing things.
You're right, you can, but if you leave it in the glass overnight, you'll wake up to a hole being burned in your counter where it ate through the glass and the counter.
Yeah. So I had my buddy Lon was over. Him and his wife came over for dinner. This has been a couple weeks ago, and Lon is just getting into whiskeys.
I've never got to come over for dinner.
I know.
Yeah. So that was intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know. No, we usually would go. So on Friday nights before COVID, after the gym, we would go to Pink Cricket, or we'd go to Christie's, or we'd go somewhere after the gym and have dinner. And we hadn't been able to do that in a while, so we said, "Fuck it, just come over." So I smoked some ribs. Liz made some stuff. They brought over some food as well. And Lon is just getting into whiskey, within the last month and a half. So he's new to everything. So he, just like Jimmy and Brandon are buying up shit left and right.
Yeah.
He's not buying up shit the way they are. He's being a little bit more methodical about how he's buying. He's like, I know I like this, so I'm going to buy this.
Yeah.
This looks cool. Check a review. Okay, I'm going to buy this. So while he was over, I'm like, all right, what do you want? I said, here's what I got. He's like, just give me the Buffalo Trace. I like Buffalo Trace. I may have told this story already. I don't know.
I haven't heard it.
So I'm like, Buffalo Trace. I'm like, you shit me? I said, I got all this stuff that you can't get in Ohio, and you want Buffalo Trace? He's like,
I like Buffalo Trace.
I do too. He's like,
it's what he knew.
He's like, it's what I like. I'm like, all right. I said, from here on out, after this glass, I'm picking everything you try. He just kind of looked at me, and he's like, It's your stuff. Fair enough.
I mean, it's kind of how I am.
And
you say, what do you want? I go, what are you going to give me?
What are you going to give me? Yeah. So after that, like I hit him with the 4 makers that I have that are all like the 2 Ohio picks, the Virginia pick, and the North Carolina store pick. I hit him with the Virgil Cane Robber Baron Rye.
Good one. Which
is now in my Infinity bottle. I hit him with Virgil Cane Electric Owl, which
amazing.
He was like, holy shit. And I'm like, yeah. I said, this is probably that Electric Owl is probably the best one out of everything I have. And I now have a second unopened bottle.
Woo woo. I have none.
I got another bottle. I'm excited. I'm not opening that shit for years.
How did you get it? Somebody find it for you?
So, one of the guys at the gym, one of the coaches, he bought up a lot of whiskey.
And it was in that?
It was in that lot.
Nice.
So it was 2 bottles of Roundhouse and a bottle of the Electric Owl.
And you were like, mine.
And I'm like, I want the Electric Owl. What do you want for it? And he gave me a price. And I'm like, cool, I'll pay that price for it. And then he came back. He's like, well, it's not my deal. It's this guy's deal. So the price is this. He's like, but if you buy all the Virgil...
talked about this.
I think like, you and I talked about it. He's like, but if you buy all the Virgil Cane,
we'll give you a break.
You'll get a break. And I'm like, I like Roundhouse, but I don't need more Roundhouse.
Yeah.
But I want that Angel.
I'll take more Roundhouse. But the Electric Owl is like, yeah.
So I'm like, I'll take it. So I got 2 more bottles of Roundhouse and a bottle of the Electric Owl. And that bottle is going to just sit. Like, I put it up and away. Like, some of the stuff I've started putting up in the pantry so it's not sitting in my whiskey cabinet looking
you're not
at
even
me.
Tempted?
No, because I just got rid of I just emptied, like I was going to have a glass of the Robber Baron last night. I looked at them. There was maybe 1.5 ounces in the bottle. So I just dumped it into my Infinity bottle.
Yeah.
So I've started up another Infinity bottle that has, at this point, because I just started it this week. Where is my list here? And Jimmy has an Infinity bottle now as well. And I'll tell you about that here in a second, because his Infinity bottle is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It is great.
Hopefully you don't ruin it with something.
Well, that's what I told him. I said, be careful what you put in. I said, because you can ruin it and you can't bring it back. I said, I literally had to dump half a bottle out.
That happened to you.
So I've got 4 ounces of Weller, 4 ounces of Monkey Shoulder, 2 ounces of Whistle Pig 10-year, and 2 ounces of Virgil Cane Robber Baron Rye. So I've got those 4 in there now.
Interesting.
And I'm excited for it.
Got a couple ryes in there.
I got a lot of rye and a wheat.
Yeah.
And a blended scotch.
That's interesting.
So it'll be, I'm kind of, at this point, when I'm doing it this time, I'm methodically picking what's going in.
Yeah.
So that, because I want to do, other than the Monkey Shoulder, I fucked up with that one. I want to do ryes and wheats in this bottle and no corn-based bourbon.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to stick to that for this particular round and see what happens.
I'm intrigued.
I am too. So, but Jimmy got, he was on the Cobb thing and they were talking about the Infinity bottles, which they were acting at this time, like Infinity bottles were a new thing. Like, oh my God, we're doing this Infinity bottle and this, this is how you do it. And everybody's excited about it. And I'm like, you dumb shits. People have been doing this for years.
Yeah.
They'll use an old bottle or a decanter.
Or I was going to say, usually some unique decanter.
Yeah. Like
shaped like a car or a ship or.
Yeah. Like I have, an old, it's probably got lead in it, which is cool. An old glass decanter,
awesome.
which is, it's awesome. It's going to have lead in it. It's
Tastes
great.
Delicious.
Did you eat paint chips when you were a kid?
No, I drink them.
No, why? No, but I got this really cool square decanter that I use, and I'm just going to keep it at that. But his is like, so we do a Friday tasting at the gym after the workout, and he brought 5 bottles.
Yeah, I saw the picture. So those were all his?
Those were all his. Other than there was the Woodford wasn't his, and the Jefferson wasn't his. So there were 7 bottles in that picture. But he brought the the Tango Hotel.
Okay.
Or Hotel Tango.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And we rank like what we like. I never try to guess what they are because I just can't say, Oh yeah, well that's a 10-year. That's a blah,
everybody's
blah, blah.
guessing.
So I'm just guessing what the flavors are. Like, oh, I pick up this, or I pick up this. And this week it was. I'm like, I took a drink of the Hotel Tango, and I'm like, I think I've had this before.
Yeah.
Like I know I've had this one before. But I'm like, that's a rye. I said, that's a rye. Whatever that is, I've had it. That's a rye. Set it, and set. What I had left off to the side so I can come back to it. Went through all of them. He pulls out his Infinity bottle. He has got them all in paper bags so we can't see what they are because it's all blind testing.
Yeah. And
I see just the top of the bottle, and I'm like, I know what that bottle is. And he's like, oh, you do? I'm like, oh, yeah. He goes, well, tell us. I'm like, no. And I turned to Liz, and I'm like, it's a Mitcher's. It's a Mitcher's bottle. Mm-hmm. And she's like, all right. Well, when he pulled the Infinity bottle out, it's a Mitcher's bottle.
Okay.
So his Infinity bottle is a Mitcher's bottle.
Gotcha.
And it was fantastic.
Nice.
But last week, so as part of these tastings, I'm getting really good at pulling out flavors. So we tried Sazerac rye.
I'm glad you said flavors and not your penis.
Right. Well, that would be kind of weird.
At these tastings,
I'm like, look at this, guys.
Give him a little helicopter.
We tried Sazerac rye.
Okay.
I don't like it.
I've not had it.
If you like pink bubblegum flavor, get a bottle. It tastes like pink bubblegum.
Yeah, that's a weird description for a whiskey.
It was, but
I'm not sure how I would like that.
The minute I spit that out, like I let everybody taste it before, I'm like, oh, they like kind of. I'm like, it's pink bubblegum.
Yeah, I think we talked about this.
We may have,
before.
But last week we're sitting there, and I'm like sipping on something. I'm like, oh, this is. I'm not liking this, and everybody else's faces they were kind of like. I'm like. Remember that fish food? Like flaky fish food that you feed the goldfish? That's what this tastes like. And everyone's like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, flaky fish food. I don't remember which one it was, but it wasn't good.
Wasn't good?
Not good at all.
Yeah, I tried something new this past week. Went up north for work, and I stay in a hotel again, and since everything shut down, pretty much we work all day, and then, I go to the hotel.
Party all night. Party with takeout food.
Yeah, I've discovered DoorDash, which I've known of DoorDash and Uber Eats forever. I've just never used it.
Yeah.
Well, Glen Willow, which I've mentioned before, was shut down for a few months while we were going up there. But then I got on DoorDash, and there they are. So I'm ordering the food I like, and there by Cleveland, I walk in, because they usually have a week whiskey and bourbon selection, but they'll always seem to have one that I haven't seen or had.
Yeah.
And this time I walked in, there was Elijah Craig small batch. So I decided to grab a bottle of that, and I'm like, I haven't had it. It was like $25, something like that, $30. And I was like, I'll get that bottle. So I got it. Didn't drink it the first night. Didn't drink it the second night. But brought it home and tried it. And I'm going to have to bring it for you. It's fantastic. I actually meant to today, and because I was running late, I forgot.
That's fine.
But, well, yeah, because we have this.
We have this.
But, yeah, so DoorDash, I love the concept, right?
Yeah.
You're basically tipping. It's like pizza delivery. You tip them.
You place an order through them. They go pick it up.
Right. So
you tip the driver.
I usually use my laptop, DoorDash.com. It tells me, like, I can select local restaurants.
Yeah.
Or I can put in a search bar. And I go to Milan on, this would be Tuesday night, shower, did a workout, showered, and settled in. I'm like, okay, now I'm really hungry. I didn't eat lunch. I ate like a late breakfast. And I get on DoorDash. And I'm looking, and nothing's looking good. All the local spots are either Americanized Chinese food or pizza, which I've had pizza from a place up there. It's a local spot. Fantastic. But I wasn't feeling pizza. So I saw Outback Steakhouse. And I'm like, Outback's okay. I haven't had it for a while. And I get on there, and they have filet mignon and a lobster tail.
I saw that lobster. I was like, that motherfucker's eating lobster.
Dude. And I was like, how good can this be? Coming from Outback in the upper center throat of Ohio. But I was like,
it was Erie Lake lobster.
I want,
gigantic crawdad.
But I was like, I really wanted a steak. I was just filling a steak. So I got this 6-ounce filet mignon and lobster tail, and then my sides were like sweet potato and a salad. Trying to stay healthy, right? So I order it, and it says it's going to take 40 minutes, 45, whatever. Cool. So I'm watching it while I'm watching TV, and I'm doing some paperwork, and I click over, and I see, oh, it's on its way. So I get my notification that it's been dropped off in a picture. And I look at the picture on my phone that the Dasher sent me, and I went, that don't look like the same carpet I remember in the hallway. And that door is like indented where mine was flush. So I get my phone out. Oh, I have a TikTok now. Another story.
Oh, shit.
Exactly. I knew you'd love that one. I get my camera out, and I'm like, I'm going to go see what happens. So I hit record, and I'm really going, thinking, okay, maybe my food's here, and I just forgot.
Okay.
I'm excited for the steak. Waited 45 minutes for it. And open the door, and there's nothing. So I step out in the hall. Nobody in the hall. No bags in the hall. Anywhere. I look down the whole hall. So I immediately text the driver who sent me the picture back.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't get my food. I'm in room 224, I think it was. And she's like, yeah, I just left it by your door. I'm like, I'm standing in the doorway with my door open. There's no food here. And she goes, Country Inn? No. Hampton Inn. So I immediately go, wait a second. I know where the Country Inn is. And I shut the door, walk across the room, look out my window, and I'm staring at the Country Inn going, my steak is over there. My lobster tail's over there.
It's across the street.
So she's
I
like,
can almost smell it.
That's exactly how I put it on when I shared the video on Facebook. I was like, I can almost smell it. Like, it's right there. And I hadn't had anything. So I think I had like a Cliff Bar for breakfast or something. So I'm like starving. And she's like, I'll be right over. I'm so sorry. We all make mistakes. She said that her GPS took her there, whatever. I don't care because I got it. But yeah, I was like, that's not what I thought would happen when I hit record. I wanted my steaks. That was the first time I've had a foible with DoorDash. So now I'm always like, the next night I made sure, like, I'm at this hotel in this room, like, at this address.
So I like the concept of Uber Eats and DoorDash.
Yeah.
The two of them. I hate delivery is my problem.
It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
No, that is delivery.
All right, so why do you hate?
So I have a real issue. I don't like to tip. Like, I don't like to tip drivers. And where I live, no one's delivering out here anyway. So, but the two things that I hate the most in restaurants that I have to deal with at this point are delivery and drive-thrus.
Well, that's because they're getting
it's
swamped.
Well, not that they're getting swamped, because I've never had any drive-thru never had a great experience. They always fuck something up. They always miss something.
Chick-fil-A.
They never give you.
I've never had a bad one at Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, I don't even consider.
Okay, fair. Okay, fair. Go ahead then.
Chick-fil-A they are on their own level of shit.
Okay,
Like
now I'm with you.
Chick-fil-A could cure Corona if we just applied them to the Corona.
Right.
I mean,
you could be in and out of the drive-thru and be cured in under 3 minutes.
Right. I've never had it. Oh no, I take it back. I have had one issue with Chick-fil-A, and it's just they weren't set up properly to have that many people come through their drive-thru. But that's another story. But I've never had, like, I go to Taco Bell and go through the drive-thru. Inevitably, they forget a taco, or they don't give you enough hot sauce.
I was going to say, or you ask for mild sauce and you get fire sauce.
You get the wrong drink.
Yeah.
I've gone in and I've gone through the drive-thru and I said, okay, I need 2 number 7s, which at the time were the quesadilla and taco. I need a root beer and a diet. I need 4 additional tacos. I'll get home. I'm missing a quesadilla. I'm missing 2 tacos, and the diet's a regular, and the root beer is
Mr. Pibb.
Yeah, Mr. Pibb would be fine, but it's not. It's like ginger ale. Not that they serve ginger ale, but it's something completely different that it shouldn't be, like Sprite.
Yeah,
and you're just like, what the fuck is going on in there? So
well, they got paid $15 an hour. They'd try harder.
I don't think they would.
No, they wouldn't.
They would. That's. But as far as like delivery drivers go, I don't mind tipping at a restaurant because I can tip and walk out and I don't have to see the person's reaction.
DoorDash, you don't either. But I don't even see the person.
But I don't undertip. So I usually overtip. That's part of my problem.
Yeah, I tend to tip higher than most.
I tend to tip. The problem is I tend to tip in the 30% range.
I've done that.
I don't tip. No, for everything. I overtip for everything. So I have to.
I should start working for you.
I hand Liz when a bill comes, I hand her a credit card. When the check comes back, I hand her the check and I let her deal with all that because I will.
She's smart and you're not.
Well, she's an accountant and she'll run that math in her head real quick, and I'll just like, oh, the bill's $20. Here's $10. Boop, done.
All you gotta do is shift the decimal one place and double it.
Yeah,
there's 20%.
Can't do that. That's too much math for me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I can add up.
See, that's smart though. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses.
I can add plate weight. I can't do math.
Right. You're like, oh, there's 245s or 35.
245s, 45, that's 135. We're going to throw in a couple 25s. Now I'm at 185. Oh, good. All right, we'll clean this shit.
Fine.
What's
30% of that weight?
I don't know.
Less.
Well, there's a chart on the wall that I can go look at to figure that out.
Right.
But, yeah, so I don't like, and with delivery drivers, most of the time, like if you call like a Pizza Hut or a Massey's or, whatever, and they come out, and you've paid cash or you've paid, pay at pickup, you're like, okay, here's is $5 good to drive out here? Not enough. You need more.
So you feel kind of.
I don't feel guilty. I hate tipping.
Yeah, not guilty,
unless I'm at a restaurant, like let's sit down.
Yeah,
I just hate tipping.
See, what I like with DoorDash is
I did it with Uber too when we were in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
because you tip the driver. I'm like, what do we give this guy? Oh, fuck, I don't know.
A high five. You already paid him.
Give him a hug and a high five and say, have a great day. I don't know.
A hug and a tug and be on your way.
Give him, I don't know. Fuck. He drove us from
I've
here
never,
to here.
ever used Uber.
We only used it a couple times to get from, like, across town.
Yeah.
Most of the time we walked everywhere, but to get across town, it was...
Yeah. Now, DoorDash I like so far because, my credit card info's in there.
Mm-hmm.
I make the order and it'll tell you, like, these restaurants are doing a $0 delivery fee for the first time you use it, or for this period, or 20% off your first order. So they give you these options, but they always tell you the delivery fee if there's one, and then you get to pick a tip.
Okay.
Usually for the amount I spend.
Apparently you didn't tip the girl enough because she took it to the wrong hotel.
I tipped her the same as I tip everybody. But it'll say like $5, $6, or $7 or other. Or
$6,
$7, or $8 or other, depending on how much you spend. It's kind of a percentage. I always pick the middle one. I figure that's
usually like 20, because I think they do 15, 20, 25 and other.
It's all 20% or more because I calculated it because I was wondering especially if you remove the DoorDash delivery fee, it's a decent tip, and it says the drivers get whatever you tip that goes straight to them.
That goes straight to them. It should go straight to them.
I pick one that's above, but it's not extravagant. It's not a huge amount, but when you do DoorDash, you do it all on your card. They drop it off. They knock because COVID.
Yeah,
they're usually by the time I get my big butt up and walk across the hotel room,
30 minutes after they knocked.
Right, they're gone.
Yeah,
so there's no interaction.
Hell, they're on their fourth delivery at that point.
Yeah, they're done. So I love it.
That's good. That's no one's going to deliver out where I am. Like, no one literally delivers out here, which I'm fine with. I don't mind going to get food.
Yeah.
So I just don't have to deal with delivery out here. It's more the drive-thrus. I fucking hate drive-thrus. And so back to the Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at Easton never sat in line longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not
that includes
but I believe it.
Sitting in line, placing the order, getting my order, and to the stop sign.
Yeah.
Went to the one on Broad Street. Because it's a little closer. I was coming home from Alum Creek one day. Liz was like, I don't want some Chick-fil-A. I'm like, all right, I'll go to East. And she's like, go to the one on Broad Street. It's closer. I'm like, where's food?
Blacklick?
Yeah. It's out. It's
right by that corporate building.
So it used to be the Lucent building. It used to be Lucent.
I don't know what the building was. But then now it's Sonic, Chick-fil-A, and Car Wash.
Yeah, it's part of the hospital now. The hospital bought that building and converted it to offices.
Gotcha.
But then, there's the Sonic and...
Yep, I've been to that one several times.
So what they do is you have to go around. So you start in line.
I was just about to talk about this. You make a lap.
Yeah, you have to literally make a lap to get your food. And I'm like, it makes sense because you pull to the inside.
Right.
You go around, they stop you, they take your order just like, normal. But then you have to go all the way around the building again. So you have to wait with all the assholes that placed all their custom orders. Because you can't just go and say, just give me a number one.
Yeah.
You have to say, I want a number one.
I usually pull up and say, give me 4 or 5 sandwiches, and that's it, and I take them home.
Oh, see,
we put them in the fridge because we never get it. Yeah. We're never in Columbus, so when I am, I just grab a few sandwiches and take them home.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I have a custom order. I mean, everybody has a custom order.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
So Like mine is, I want a number one, which is the Chick-fil-A sandwich. Don't give me that spicy shit. Just give me the sandwich the way it comes. But then I want 3 sides of extra pickles. I don't want them on the sandwich.
You want them on the side.
I want them on the side. Because they get them on the sandwich, they fuck it up. They give you 3 pickles. 3 sides of pickles gives you 6 to 9 pickles. I figured it out.
You're scamming Chick-fil-A for pickles.
I've done the math. Well, I like a good pickle on my fried chicken sandwich.
So you can do math when it comes to weight plates and pickles.
And pickles, yeah.
That reminds me of the scene in The Office where Kevin's like the accountant,
Never saw that.
They're like, how many is 4,357 pies divided by 8 pies? And he does the math like that. And they're like, what if it was, I forget what this, it's like, what if it was salads? And he goes, well, it's just, the math doesn't work. With pickles, you're fine.
Yeah. Pickles, I'm good. I can do pickles and plates.
That's pretty cool.
That'd be a t-shirt.
Pickles and plates.
Pickles and plates.
I like it.
Make weight plates out of pickles. With one little bite out of them.
Now I want so dumb.
I know.
Oh, now I want Chick-fil-A.
Oh, but
their pickles hit different too.
They do.
I don't know what it is, but their pickles
they've all
different.
been blessed.
They have.
It's Jesus chicken and Jesus pickles.
Right.
That's what I call it. And
they've been brined cucumbers in holy vinegar.
I was actually surprised that I hadn't gotten in trouble at work for calling it Jesus chicken. Because I would walk around the office and be like, all right, heading over to Jesus chicken, anybody, or heading over to Chick-fil-A, anybody want any Jesus chicken?
Yes, I do.
And I would get no, I'm good. You eat that?
Yes.
Hell yeah, I do. Jesus chicken is amazing.
It is.
That shit
That's
is
why everybody's like, I'm boycotting because they hate gays. And I'm like, you go ahead. That means the line's shorter for me.
That's right.
I love the chicken.
Their food is good.
I got nothing against a dude wanting to marry a dude or a girl wanting to marry a girl. I like the chicken.
I like the
That's
chicken.
It.
They make good food. They're probably Chick-fil-A and Taco Bell are probably the only 2 fast food restaurants I'll eat at anymore. I don't eat at Wendy's anymore. Like Liz will get Wendy's. She's like, what do you want? I'm like, I'll go out and get something.
If I eat at Wendy's or McDonald's,
I do not do McDonald's.
If I eat at any of them, it's because Beth is like, this is what I'm getting tonight. If you want to eat, this is it.
I'll go out and get something else. That's what Liz has said. I
don't like
thing.
going out.
She'll say, I'm getting Wendy's. What do you want? I'm like, I'll just run out and get something.
Wendy's, I don't mind.
Or I'll make up.
McDonald's, I don't like.
I hate McDonald's.
Taco Bell I used to love, but now there's 4 menu items because they took away all the potatoes and all the...
Well, I didn't like any of that shit anyway. I stick to the basics when it comes to Taco Bell.
Cheesy roll-ups.
Tacos. Burrito. Nachos. Quesadilla.
I like the quesadilla, and I like the Crunchwrap Supreme.
Those are good too, but those are...
those two are like my go-tos.
I see them going away at some point.
Yeah, they probably will. That's sad.
But they have oh my God. They have a new menu item. Party nachos.
I saw that.
They're starting to do more party items. So we'll typically get the party taco pack. So it's 10.
Everybody likes a good party taco.
I know. Never mind.
I set it up. All you had to do was swing.
Oh, I was swinging.
You let that one go by.
I'm like, no, we're going to pass. Strike 1. We'll get the party tacos, and they give you like 12 tacos.
Okay.
So everybody gets 3 tacos.
Yeah.
Great. But now they have this party nachos, and the tray has got to be 2 foot long. It's an enormous tray.
We should have had some party nachos.
Holy shit! I'm about to
because Beth made breakfast this morning.
Party nachos. I haven't had anything to eat today, except for a bowl of granola.
She made biscuits and then made eggs and bacon. So she made me 2 little sandwiches to take with me.
That's way too much work for breakfast.
So good. Not for me. I didn't even know she was cooking.
Well, see,
I got to bed super late last night. I woke up super late, and I went in there, and she was like, "Got your breakfast," and I went, "Awesome."
See, I actually slept in today. I got up at 7:30.
I got up at 9:30.
Well, yeah, you did sleep in. I'm usually up at 6.
But I got to sleep at like 4.
Yeah, I'm usually up at 6.
Yeah.
So, and not just because my eyes snap open and I lay there like, close, and they won't close. And then my eyes dry out, and I have to put Vaseline.
Vaseline.
Put Vaseline in my eyes.
Got to rub KY jelly on my pupils.
Get some Visine to water and stick my eyes under things. So anyway, we're gonna wrap this up, but we did not rate Legent.
I was gonna say we need to.
I think, and I'm kind of digging this format a little more.
Yeah,
where we taste it,
talk,
and then rate it at the end.
Yeah, we can do that then.
Well, I think it's gonna trap people into listening to what our rating is.
Ha, gotcha. Yeah, I feel like if they're going to listen, they're going to listen. If they ain't.
Wow.
Nobody's going, oh, these guys reviewed Legent. I better listen to the whole show to see what they said.
Yeah. I don't think they're doing that. But anyway, I kind of like it because then we taste it. We drink it throughout the whole show. We did this on the last one as well.
We did.
And we kind of just, over the show, drink. I gave you more and you haven't even touched it.
I have touched it.
Oh, okay.
I've sipped it and savored it.
Okay.
Because, it's not like we're pouring
No, we're not pouring
a ton, and I don't want it just to be gone. I've been strategically moistening my lips with it.
Is that a thing?
It is now.
So you're using the whiskey like chapstick? Mm-hmm. Weird. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I've just been slowly sipping on it because it is good.
It is really good. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I'm going to give this a 3.5 donuts.
Really?
I really am. For the price,
So,
I might knock it down a little, or I might raise it up a little, but I feel really comfortable at 3.5. I was thinking 4 for a second.
So I'm at a 4.
Yeah.
And here's why. The price.
Great price.
Great price. Readily available all throughout Ohio.
Love that. That's like one of our biggest catches, I think.
Yeah, that's one of our biggest issues. Like this is, and I'm pretty notorious for getting stuff that isn't available in Ohio.
Yeah.
I think everything I have downstairs, other than maybe like 1 or 2 bottles now,
Yeah.
is either not available in Ohio anymore, or it's just not available in Ohio
Or
at
it's
all.
never been, yeah.
So I'm definitely I'm a 4 with this. The price is right.
Great
The
price.
flavor is amazing.
I really like it.
I mean, it is outstanding for something that, and I'm not a huge Jim Beam fan, but for something that came out of Jim Beam.
Yeah, I think the only thing we've had, even off the show, that we've talked about Jim Beam wise we liked was that barrel
proof or
barrel
the
proof,
cast
whatever,
strength
yeah.
or whatever it was that made us want to fight.
Yeah, you took a sip of that and it was good, and it just made me feel all fiery inside.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I'm going
instantly.
to whoop some ass.
But other than that, I'm with you. I went back to Jim Beam Maple after not having it since we started the show. Used to love it. And then you done went and ruined my taste buds into liking better.
You mean improved
flavors.
your taste buds.
Right. And I got that and I was just like, this is not good. I'm not.
See, I can't, I'm not a big fan of the flavored stuff other than the Virgil Cane Ginger.
Yeah, I opened my bottle finally like 2 weeks ago. I've had one drink out of it.
I don't consider that flavored though. It's
infused.
Infused.
I've had one drink of it and the bottle's sitting there. And even last night I saw it and I was like, don't do it. I wouldn't pour out of it.
I've got, I think,
I was just
3 bottles downstairs.
It's so good of the ginger. I envy you.
I don't drink it that often. Like
that is my favorite of all of them.
And I don't drink it straight.
I drink it on the rocks.
So I don't drink it on the rocks. I only mix that.
It's great mixed.
I only mix that for
the Man Fashion.
The Man Fashion, or
fantastic.
Which we may have to change the name of that because there's a drink out there called the Man Fashion, which is a combination of a Manhattan and an Old Fashioned.
They're so similar anyway. There's only
kind of.
Yeah, there's only a couple ingredients difference.
The Old Fashioned is simple syrup, bitters, and whiskey, and then I do orange. I do orange bitters and orange rind or orange zest. A Manhattan is vermouth,
right?
With I think it's just vermouth and whiskey or rye, maybe a little bit of simple syrup.
Yeah.
So, but I don't like
vermouth. The only difference
is
vermouth in one and simple syrup in the other, or something like that.
I don't like vermouth. Like I have some downstairs. I've made a couple Manhattans, but we may need to come up with another name for the Old Fashioned.
Call it
I don't want to call it the Buckhorn something.
No, I was going to start to too, but
I want to give it a name, a good name.
Yeah,
like it with Old Fashioned in it, like the something Old Fashioned or the something fashion or the man or the old something.
Dirty old man,
the dirty old bastard.
There you go.
I'm going to go ahead and take a Wu-Tang name and just add the.
There you go.
Because there was ODB.
ODB.
Old Dirty Bastard. No, we can't call it that.
No, definitely not.
But
I would never order that drink.
Like, what's an Old Dirty Bastard? It's basically an old fashioned with just orange in it.
But the guy that owns this building, he's 84 and he teabags the glass before we give it to you.
Yeah, so it's the Old Dirty
Bastard.
You get
a little bit of a tang to it.
So I want to come up with a different name. So if those that actually listen and made it this far, if you think there's a good name, send it our way.
Call it the Old Ginger.
Good. Old Ginger Fashion. Because it's not a typical old fashioned. It's different.
Call it the Gina Davis. Redhead.
Mm-hmm.
Old actress.
Mm-hmm.
I think it works.
And it's ginger.
That's
Gina.
the redhead part.
Ginger.
Yep.
She's old.
Call it a Gina Davis.
Well, maybe.
That might work. Now we're actually trying to do something and use our brains. We never do that here.
Damn. May have to just slap a picture of her on every bottle.
There you go.
I wonder if we could do... I wonder if we could do a barrel pick with Virgil Caine at some point, if they do anything like that.
One way to find out.
Or, I need to make a trip to Vegas so I can get with the Luvies and go to Two Bitch.
Yep.
I've already told them that when I come out, I'll drive the 4 hours to Henderson.
Yeah.
Is it Henderson? No, Henderson's south. They're in Eureka. I will drive the 4 hours to Eureka.
It's the Eureka Gold.
Yeah, I will drive the 4 hours to Eureka from Vegas and just spend a day up there.
Yeah. Why not?
With them and the bitches.
Both of them.
The dogs.
Right. I know what you meant.
Sage and Sadie, I think.
I think that's right.
But,
I see them on Instagram all the time.
Yeah. I'm actually friends with Lauren on Facebook now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in with the owner.
You guys are like BFFs.
Well, it's kinda.
That's awesome.
I'm liking it. Although I'm not on Facebook anymore. So
Anyway.
All right. So let's shut this down. Definitely, if you can get a bottle of Legent, pick that up. Pick up 2 bottles. It's super cheap.
Pick up 3 and send us one.
Yeah, do that. I'm in for that.
That'd be fine.
But definitely pick up a bottle at $35. You can't.
That's ridiculous. I honestly thought you were going to say this was about $60, given the collaboration.
Well, that's
the fact you couldn't get it for 2 years.
That's what I thought it was going to be. And when I walked in, I thought it was going to be about 45 to 55. And when I walked in, it was $34.99. I'm like, well, I'll take one. I'll just buy one for my father-in-law too for his birthday.
Yeah.
So
fantastic.
Great deal. Fantastic. They knocked it out of the park. I'd like to see more collaborations like this.
Yeah.
Like the Kentucky, Japanese, because Japanese whiskey is fantastic.
Agreed.
I mean,
from what I've had,
we need to revisit the Nika anyway. And if you
almost
haven't,
bought a bottle when I was up north because I saw it.
If you haven't listened to that episode, I call it Nika, and you guys need to listen to it.
Yeah,
because throughout the entire show, it is
debauchery.
Yeah, just complete playfully racist. Which
racist.
Which I think is maybe our new thing. Buckhorn Podcast, we're playfully racist.
That's awesome.
We're gonna get canceled. Cancel culture.
Yeah,
that's a new thing. Anyway, get the Legent, try it out. Let us know what you think about it. We think it's amazing. Randy gives it 3.5. I give it a 4.
Yep.
Which is super highly rated.
Yeah. Anything over 2 is pretty good.
Anything over 2
Once you get over 3, we're this is something you should actively try to get.
Yeah, and if you're at 4, it's if you're
at 4 and you don't get it, we're going to come kick you right in your taint
with steel-toed shoes.
Right.
Not boots.
Not boots.
Because boots are kind of uncomfortable.
Clunky.
Yeah.
Not as agile.
Yeah. Shoes swift kick in the taint.
Like a ninja.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm Martelle. He's Randy. We're out.
Peace.
See y'all.